on essaye et ça marche toujours pas. C'est bizarre ce truc, hein, franchement. Est-ce qu'il faut que je sois dessus pour que ça marche? Putain, je suis pas offline, je suis online. Des conneries ça. Mhm. Why am I seen as offline? Doesn't make sense. Okay. Category. Okay. Save. What is this? Settings maybe. Somehow it's not working. I don't get it. Why is it not working? Ah, whatever. Fuck it.
Hi, my name.
Alright, let's see. Is it working? Okay. Let's test it. Test. Oh, okay, it's working. Good. Alright. Let's start it out.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Liat. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Alright. We're in, I guess.
Sir Knows. Leave us be, we beg you.
How's it weird? We ain't in need of no help.
You have suffered enough, Plunter. Enough rape. Fear not, for we shall spill only the blood of outlaws. To you we grant liberation.
What happened to your
You look
mum?
off.
Maybe I should send my man to the creek.
But you won't.
Might catch something.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
No point fighting bandits. Kill these and others just as bad or possibly worse will come in to fill the void.
To cast a blind eye upon the evil. There is no honor in it.
Can't stay here to protect these folk from the dangers that come their way daily. Saw what I saw. Heard them urge you to leave these raiders alone. Must have good reason to do that.
Do you suggest that should we help, we assume responsibility for their fate? For their lives? A burden we cannot agree to bear.
Geralt speaks wisely. We know neither this land, nor its peoples, nor its customs. And we have come with another duty altogether.
How I long to return to Toussaint, where all is simpler.
Soon, my friend, soon. First, let us convey our missive to Geralt in the manner tradition ordains.
Peasants will be fine, Palmerin. Been dealing with bandits for generations.
Your words do little to assuage my sense of morality bruised.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, "Bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone." The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker, this is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident. I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post-haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Liah. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron. my lady! Guillaume, watch out! I kill a monster! All for one, all for all! Queen and country!
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Golyat, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Golyat had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth, then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
can't get used to the way you knights talk. Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank. For the glory of her grace!
Got guests.
I shall
Careful.
make pate of you!
What the fuck? There's no way.
For the glory of her grace, I shall make pate of you!
Oh, okay. Nice.
Honor! Perish!
Ah,
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Notice anything interesting?
Alas, nothing.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything. Nets were attached here. A silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Nice one.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time. Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
They say Her Grace has called in someone to tend to the beast. Killer from the north.
One of the knights
What?
withdrew
With no
from the
lads
tournament.
brave enough?
They
Of course
say
we
it
have,
was because
but
of
bravery's
the
not
witch
enough
that
against the
aimed at
beast.
bells.
It wields dark
Hard to
powers.
scratch under
That
metal
calls for a
quizzes,
witcher.
you know.
Ah, you've
an
had
age.
one too many and have started spouting drivel.
Have your chit-chat with someone else.
Such good. By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher Codswell.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaint are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Covo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Let's have something. Last day the tourney had come and it is now clear Gottfried tilted against the mysterious chessboard knight in the joust. Gottfried was the ducal champion at the time, so we were counting on his victory. No one knew a thing about the chessboard knight except that he had come from the south in dark armor and had a shield bearing 64 black and white squares. When the herald trumpeted the signal, the knights charged at each other. Gottfried's lance shattered against the chessboard's knight's shield, and the mysterious knight swayed in his saddle. No mere mortal could have survived such a blow. Yet, the chessboard knight did not fall from his horse, but instead struck a blow of his own on the next pass, knocking Gottfried to the ground. The victor approached his defeated foe, stuck out his hand and helped him stand. Before the herald could announce his victory, he took off his helm, and all beheld his eyes of coal and face of burnt cinders. I have come from a time long past to remind you of humility, which is a long forgotten virtue. My name was consumed by dragonfire when I perished, victim of my own pride. After saying these words, the chessboard knight rode off. No one stopped him, yet they repeat his warning to this day.
Ah, well composed pate, I must admit.
Hello?
Ugh, dung boots that visit our town. They come but to pour wine down their peasant gullets and start quarrels.
Hey!
What's in works
Grey-head
today?
chit!
Swilling wine, rolling in the hay?
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Normally I'd encourage you to try our famed fisherman's chowder. But alas, we are all out of crayfish.
Could replace them with something else. Perch, for example.
Replace crayfish with fish? I beg you. What next? Vinegar for wine? Parsley for thyme? Huh? Your Nordlings are a pleasant lot, but about cuisine you know nothing.
Got any gossip? Fishermen talking about anything interesting?
Yes, about a Nordling who would replace crayfish with pike.
Asked a serious question.
And a tactless one. I do not eavesdrop on my clients, and I certainly don't repeat anything I chance to hear.
Not likely to taste your famous fisherman's chowder, so maybe we could play some Gwent.
Duel me, noob. Oh, nice. Well done. Oh, wow. That's lucky.
Thought I knew them all. Guess I was wrong. Must be a one-off. Message on the back, signed by a certain Count Monnier. Invitation to a tournament. Interesting.
A Gwen tournament.
What's in the works today? Swilling wine, rolling in the hay?
That Witcher's rather handsome.
Pâté de lapin, avec des oignons et des carottes. Nice. Dear fellow Gwen lovers, allow me to present myself, Count Monnier, the organizer of this Gwen tournament. As you most probably know, I have introduced a new faction to our beloved game, Skellige. Convinced this step shall add variety to our pastime, further perfecting its perfection. Feel delighted if you choose to play this faction during our event. Good luck and good Gwen to you all. Nice. There's some
What's in
backstory
the
on
works
the
today? Swilling wine, rolling in the hay? Greetings! What do you need?
Show what you got.
Show me what you got in stock.
Oh, nice. Brioche. Oof, it's so good. Ouf, camembert. Duck. Ah. Canard confit. Of course I'll take it. Ratatouille. Nice. What else? 15, 15, 80. Okay. Bœuf bourguignon. Ooh, nice. The best. Les croissants. Honey croissant. Oh, au miel. Oof, this makes me hungry now. Baguette with fish pâté. Flamiche. Ah, this one I don't know much about. Rillettes au cochon. Ok, au porc. Pourquoi pas. Herb toast. I guess it's like garlic bread, kind of. Tarte tatin. Oh, yes. Chocolat. Soufflé au chocolat. Wow. Dude. This is going down. Onion soup. Oof, nice. Baguette with camembert. Ah, that's the best. Oh, we got a bunch of wine. Chateau de Conrad. Shiraz. Fiorano. Château d'Adam. Chevalier Pinot Blanc. Réserve. Eh ben dis donc. Wait, what's the effect of this one? Vitality, regeneration. Kind of the same, I guess. Guillaume Dubois, Soulful Wine. Duc Nicolas Chardonnay. Saint-Mathieu Rouge. I guess I'll get this one, Pinot Blanc. Tribute de Pinot. Milk. Alright.
Thanks. So long.
Summoning a witcher? Was that truly necessary? And our knights, what are they, chopped liver?
Your boots could use some polish, Vagrant.
How Luis Alberni became Golyat. There were many brave, true knights in the service of the old duke. The greatest of them all was Luis Alberni. His crest showed a red field with a golden star, each of whose 5 points stood for one of the chivalric virtues. Yet fame and glory went to Alberni's head. Years passed, and he began to think himself the most perfect of all knights. In the end, he came to think he was virtue incarnate, and there was no one in the world who preceded him in this regard, something even the Lady of the Lake must recognize. Alberni thus set off to see her and have her pay him homage in honor of his excellency. Yet as Alberni approached the lady's home, his body and equipment began to change. The slender knight grew more and more corpulent, until his horse could finally no longer bear him. His sword first became wooden, then turned into a mace. His shining armor became dull and turned to ash. All he had left was his helmet, which turned into a wooden cage. Alberni stood on the shore of the lake, wishing to speak, yet all that came from his lips was a wild cry. The knight peered at his reflection in the lake's waters, and understood he had become a giant. The Lady of the Lake then emerged and said, "You abandoned the chivalric virtues long ago. Of all your sins, the greatest was pride. It has changed your sword into a mace, deprived you of armor, and made your flesh into that of a beast. From now on, you shall be known as Golyat. Go to Mount Gorgon, where you shall live in this form, far from the eyes of men, accompanied by the painful memory of your lost glory, until the day death mercifully frees you from your torment." Wow! Let's see. What the fuck?
What's in the works today?
So, we actually defeated Golyat.
Rolling in the hay?
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Witcher? Was that true?
Boot blacking services. Oh. Team season now open. A bunch of contracts, that's cool. Oh, the Witcher, Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as a guide. His potential employer guarantees an ample wage for this unusual contract. For more information, you should go to Count Beledai's temporary base camp in Toussaint. Okay, I'll check those afterwards. For now, have an actual quest. The main quest, where is it? Wait, main quest. There we go. Hey, maybe I can do one of the secondaries. This is the main one. Go to Corvo Bianco and examine the body. Alright.
We shall long bear the scars of that witch's visit.
Doggy!
Say, do witches eat their cheese before dessert or after?
At your service, Witcher.
course, maybe.
Come on.
Mouth's dry as a stockfish.
They say her grace has called in someone to tend to the beast. A killer from the north, they say.
What? With no lads brave enough?
Of course we have, but bravery's
Keep into the bells,
beast.
Whitelocks?
Faster.
Not too dear either.
For a witcher. Around here it's wine, wine, and more wine. But me,
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Killer must still be here. Killed with a single blow.
Oh wow, one hit.
Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be.
Okay, so this is the Duchess. Alright. Got Palmerin. Elton. Okay, that's the Buddy. It's the guy who tried to defeat Golyat. That's another dude. That's another dude. That's the older king who was killed. Scourgers. Okay. Brushe. Brusha. If you must travel through the woods, steer clear of any places where you can hear several different kinds of birds at once. The sound means you're entering a Brusha's territory. You can kiss your eye farewell. Fortunately for us, Brusha are rare creatures, mostly far from population centers, for they care greatly for their own safety and make their lairs in places where they cannot be taken by surprise. Those who decide to live near men avoid crowds and emerge from their shelters only at night. When they do, one could almost mistake them for delayed travelers hurrying towards their night's lodging. Yet subtle details give them away. Their close ties to birds, their piercing voices, and the breathtaking speed of their movements. Brushe are far swifter and stronger than men, but their greatest asset is their ability to turn invisible. Oh shit, can go invisible. Brushe dart about with uncanny speed, and with their power of invisibility, they can easily confuse opponents and attack unexpectedly or from behind. Thus, when fighting these vampires, the moon dust bomb, okay, can easily confuse opponents. And wait, the moon dust bomb is a great aid. While it cannot eliminate the vampire's invisibility altogether, it can make it easier to track its motions. Oh, okay, so the dust basically gets stuck on it. Generally smearing of vampire oil is also effective. Okay. Boucher use their sharp claws to attack and can easily break through an opponent's guard by buffering him with a hail of blows from all directions. Okay, so that's their special attack. Hail of attack, blows from all directions, okay. They will try to bite their prey and drink its blood once it is weakened. So every witcher who expects to encounter such a monster should swallow a black blood potion beforehand. Crucia are also known for their sonic attacks, which knocks down and stun their prey. Okay, so vampire oil, black blood, and moon dust. Let's get ready. Never mind. I'll take this one for protection from monsters. How much it is? 25%? This one's 30 though. This one's 45. Yeah, let's make it a challenge. How about this one? 15%. Crap is low. So this one. Never know. Okay, so we need to drink 1 black blood. We need the vampire oil. Put it on the sword. And moon dust. Alright.
Black blood and moon dust. Your lifesavers.
Dust. Get ready for burden. Wait, did I take the potion? There we go. Right, let's go.
Woman from the inn was wearing this coat.
Oh. But it's freaking.
Woman from the inn was wearing this coat.
Really? But it was daylight. Protected.
In the cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. Rever Muck carried the body in this cart. Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Footprints, small bare feet, lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Oh shit.
Used this to batter down the grate.
She threw the dude on the freaking door. Metal door. Wow, that's heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. I guess the fight is coming here. Ready. Let's do this.
You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
I cannot let you leave.
These men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins. Several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
The fuck? Can't get on my horse. Oh, there you go.
Slow now. Come on, Roach.
Oh, this reminds me of Provence, south of France.
Hey, come on now. Take it easy. Slow now.
Come on! Come here! I shan't bite you!
Who do my eyes spy from Boers? Where have your
boots
journeys
could use
taken
some
you
polish,
last?
Vagrant.
Hail, Percy. You must know I've embarked on a quest of true wonder. A horde of challenges awaits.
This sounds compelling. Would you betray the nature of the quest in question?
Upon Lac Selavis waters floats an isle. There you will learn all. I must ride where destiny calls. Godspeed till next we meet.
Lac Selavis. Might be worth looking into.
Good folk, have you seen these prices? I must have drunk a crazy potion.
Camerlengo best not be late with my pay. Yes?
Have I got
Is it not evident that this...
The land of the Duchessa herself.
The giant belched forth a roar so horrid, it shook all the birds from the trees.
Then what?
It held the millstone remains.
Oh my!
But virtue always trumps villainy, with his friends at his side. The old best Golyat
To the next
restored peace to the land.
Yes, no man. I need a fresh set of shoes for my mount.
Rum! At your service, sir. The racing model is one I recommend. Light, durable, and a mere 50 crowns apiece.
I shall pay you double, provided they are ready today.
A fruitful hunt to you, Witcher. My deepest regards. I believe
A professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
Care for a quick round of Gwent?
Wow, they all have freaking... Oh, no. Right, let's put the shittiest card in. Alright. cards.
Ah, a professional.
What have you got there?
Oof, nice. Zweihanders. Oh, and the modded weapons. Awesome. Okay, so I've added a few mods here and there. So we can actually sell this. Yeah. Let's just sell it. How much? 43? Diagram. Silver stiletto. Sure. Sickle. And Sykes. Toussaint crossbow. Alright. Is this Knight's Warhammer? Oh, Warhammer. Nice. Co-guardsman. Steel sword. Knight steel sword. Different qualities. Nice. This one looks the best. 200 crescent shaped blade. Crescent weapons have a high chance to weaken enemy strikes by 50%. Oof. This crescent increases both the wielder's axi and art sign powers. This is mine. What else? Steel sword. Squire's steel sword. Ducal guard officer steel sword. Okay. Knight steel sword. Rapier. Oh, this looks amazing. Extremely sharp maneuverable blade. Fixed atop a fancy handle. Yeah, that's sick. Arbing. Yeah, this is more like a small knife. This one here. Tri-blade weapons. Greater gold experience gain. Oh. Sense of luck lowers the wielder's adrenaline generation critical damage. Okay, and the other one? Chance to cause immobilizing deep freeze effect. Oh. Interesting. And regeneration bonus. Silver row blade. Powerful elemental effect. Cause nearby enemies to catch a blaze. Oh. Let's try those. Not this one yet. Actually, check out that Knight Steel Sword. Ducal Guard Officer Sword. Let's try this one. Let's repair stuff. That's a lot of swords. Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
So long.
Vanity band. Music.
Okay, so let me check this stuff. Looks like a musketeer. What kind of weapon is this? This is like the Ready... Wait, Crescent. This is like a freaking Klingon weapon. Sort of is. What else? This one. Oof. That's a big one. But this one. So this one's called Silver Row Blade. Nice. It got a tip here. Okay. I want this one. Show me the steel sword. Oof. Dude, it's a gigantic weapon. What about the rapier? Oh yeah, the rapier is the best. Give me some glasses to look sharp. Yeah, the armors are bad. Let's see. Is that the one I wanted? Attack power? Yep. No, not adrenaline. 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh. Okay. This one gives more resistance to monsters, actually. The Eurocene one. The Wolven? It's more focused on the attack, this one, actually, yeah. And elemental damage. Resistance. So I guess I'll keep it up. I like this one. Gives me a certain style. And wait, we also need to prepare our superior vampire oil. There we go. We need more alchemy paste later on. Can we actually make it paste? Yes, we can, from bear fat. Dog tallow.
Smithy's ears. Hickory all. Clang, clang,
Remember, the
clangety clang.
Camerlengo pays out a handsome reward for each hands you dispatch. How might I aid you? A courageous heart overcomes all evils.
Oh, wait a second. I recognize those colors. This is Lyria and Rivia. Yeah. Nice. Rivia, actually. Yeah, Lyria? I think it's Lyria. There's the colors of Lyria. That's pretty cool.
Armor crow or fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
Oh. First round of Gwent. Give me the money.
Know you're busy, but you up for a round of Gwent?
What are your needs,
Always. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Not bad. Maybe annoy you a little bit more. Something on melee. Nice. Should I? Kill the strongest card on the battlefield. Will it work? Oh shit. Okay. Very smart. Bruh.
Abercrombed and greft or fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
Show me what you got.
Let's see what you got in stock.
Alright. Nice. Very nice. Oof. Nice. Even the horse stuff. Cat Mirkvid. Bouclair. Grapevine. Wait, let's see. Fear. They don't fear. Ah, it's too cool. Too much coolness. Oh, for real. It's awesome. Saddle of the 5 chivalric virtues. Nice. Knight errant saddle. Cat Mirkvid. Okay, so that's the same one as this one. What about this one? Bouclair saddle. That's this goes with saddle. This one goes with this. Grapevine saddle. This one. Blindness of the. Oh, okay. So this one goes with this one. This one. I don't know how they look like. Oh, dude, I had one of those Guardian gauntlets. Dude. Guardian Guardsman gauntlets. 145, 147. Okay. Shitty boots, mountain folk. Nah. Let's go full armor. Toussaint Knights. Journey boots. Yeah, let's go tournament. Get pair of boots. Journey trousers. What is this? Journey. Oh, cool. Dude, they look awesome. All of them. Okay, so let's give it a look to our newly found horse. Ked Mirukvit, no. Let's give him the Toussaint blinder, maybe. Which one was before? This maybe. Okay. We blind Toussaint saddle. And Toussaint blinders. There we go. And if we're not happy, let's give him Knight's Arrow saddle. And this one. Wait, this one. Ah, I'm buying it all. For now, not. Let's keep it like this.
So long.
What are your needs, master?
Let's go full armor. Okay, plate mail. Oh boy. Let's see the stats. It's a piece of shit. Ah, if only it had some helmet on. Check. Yeah, let's remove it. What about my horse? Pimp my horse. Okay, let's check this out. Boom. Boom.
All praise to the knights who err.
Yeah, boy.
Good folk, have you seen these prices? I must have drunk a crazy potion.
Slow now.
It's nice. What about pimping the horse with this one? Looks more like leather. I forgot I had the Zerikinian. Okay, that's the saddle. Never mind. It's a horn. Shit. Okay, it's male. It's not like. Interesting. It's plate on top, but male on the bottom. Yeah, it's more like medium. What about this one? Boom. That's more like it. I like this one.
All praise to the knights who err.
sword is just too big. Yeah, this is an absurd sword. Let's keep it like that for now.
At thunderous speed with lances they strike. Many a knight shall not leave with his life. A wild flash fills one man's eyes. Through another's veins, hot blood flies. All praise to the knights who err. Yes, noble knight.
Let me see. Come now, Papa.
One moment.
But you promised. I'll tell Mama.
Just a minute.
Good day.
This is an outrage.
1, 2,
Stands
3.
are full,
Ready or
I'm
not,
sorry.
here I
I shall
come.
file a complaint. Our friends in high places.
Please give them my condolences.
Greetings.
Oh, this ain't all done.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerine. What about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Golyat.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins. The cutter of Casteldaccia too.
Moral victory, that's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Holy shit, they're smart.
Our Knight and Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
That was a shitty answer.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmarr? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
He's pissed.
this. Damn it.
Owned.
We have to help him.
How do you even defeat such a beast? I don't even know. Shaelmarr. Summon relict oil. Art, really. It's like an armadillo. Blind, they follow their way by sensing vibrations, listening for sounds. Give me a second. An issue with audio. Much better. Right. So what was it? I forgot again. Let's see. Summon, relict oil, and art. Good. Someone right here. Is that the one? Oh yeah, that's the one. Never mind. Oh wow, I cannot remove it. Shit.
Gotta keep it down.
Oh, shoot.
Let loose the war and knocked into earth.
That shit is fast. Damn it.
In one mighty bound, to give fight to the beast, its plans confound.
Don't die.
Out breathe flames, and thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust. The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods, so the witches shall triumph against all odds. The witch awaited till the time was true, then 12 gods and sun struck the
Wait. Now the audio is too freaking low.
They're like like a bow who leaps at the love's first spurt. So the witcher wooed the Shaelmarr, then its foul heart hurt. Dodge, dive, flee, faint, its racer strikes belly. Shaelmarr's cries shrink aloud. Blood transforms into death.
Ow. These dudes getting ripped off. Poor creature. Oh.
That Shaelmarr lies defeated by Geralt of Rithia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikemen, see to the beast.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmarrs are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmarr had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city, there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
I like the small comedy in these deals.
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
And repeat till the week is through.
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said! Hey! It is part of the game. It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find the unicorn's horn, golden fish, and the phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around, over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Banquets and wine are rather suited for pleasant mirth.
If one were to call a state courageous or cowardly, what other part of the state would one have in mind?
But this is no true unicorn.
Your Highness, Your Grace.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Almost had it. Damn it. Almost had it. Damn it.
I don't fucking get it.
Almost had it. Come on, stay calm. Shh, calm down. Easy now.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is!
Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all.
We must try to grab the next clue.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete collapse of social norms. Still waters run deep.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
It must be golden.
Do you think I don't know?
The light, it's positively useless. She can't possibly see a thing.
What precisely is that?
An abstract work, gentlemen.
To me.
The future of art. Get back in the boat.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Bruh.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Maybe I should have taken the boat.
Behold the shepherd from faraway Zerricania.
Which I suitably to show myself.
Wild, bloodthirsty, and ferocious. Beauty and grace.
Behold the fair Zampono of Belhaven.
A fire-eater? Who invited him?
Nursed upon Mount Port's slopes by a she-dragon from our own teat. Flames do him no harm.
Nonsense. And tasteless to boot. Come, Tom.
Witcher, you... I am sure. Did
No
I dance?
I wish...
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Groans, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly. Look, if we take Rome, hollow it out and fill it with ease, the letters, that is, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads hard cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Oh, that's what I call weedy.
Wait here.
What the butch?
What was that?
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
I won't let you you kill again.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How'd you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand. Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Huh. Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice: to leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter, regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him, immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère la Chaise-Longue Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
his prey.
I think I'll save here for now. And see you next time.